What's up, everybody? Let me know if you can hear the sound. We'll get started here in a second, and we'll make sure that this is working correctly, as this is only the second time I've used Ustream. This is the Nuclear Blast account, so it's pretty cool. And I should be recording this now, too.
The North Face exists to innovate for athletes. Things should be clear.
All right. Good morning from CT. Oh, we got Belgium in here. We got Metal Whackin' 66. Hey, Jamie, how are you? Good, thank you. Doing good. About to have a sip of coffee. Got my trusty Dunkin' Donuts mug here. It's 10 a.m. here in Connecticut, and Nuclear Blast set this up for me to chat with you guys, tell you about the album, the tour, all that. So let me know if you can hear this okay. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. And all right, let's see here. Okay. So you guys can hear the sound. All right, we got Argentina in here. We got Morocco. Looks like this is working correctly. Oh, wow. Yes, Morocco is in Africa. That's awesome. Good. We're going to have people in here from all over the world. And I'm going to answer some questions off Twitter and Facebook, if I can get the Facebook to come up here. So, and we'll get started. All right, so Tiger _ New York Hardcore. Hi, Jamie. I'm the one that showed you my Toby autograph at Nirvana Fest. I want yours at Persistence. All right, cool. Yes, I remember that. We should get Toby here in the chat, too, because since he'll be on the tour in Persistence, the Persistence tour in January, that's going to be fun with Hatebreed, Agnostic Front, Stick to Your Guns, H2O, Acacia Strain, and Niera. That's the bill. Starts January 20th. Okay, sound is good, you guys. All right, I fixed the mic. I put it to the max. All right, so that's good. Kistamis 5494. I think you are so tired. Why? Well, I only got about 3 hours of sleep last night. I've been up working, getting everything ready for the tour and for Stillborn Fest. We have 2 shows coming up. We're getting all the merchandise, and I've been helping with all the logistics for the shows, and I was traveling. I did a bunch of interviews. I've been doing international interviews because I have a Kingdom of Sorrow tour coming up in Australia. It's going to be the only Kingdom of Sorrow tour next year, but it's coming up February 22nd, and actually today is my day to do the chat and to catch up on some Christmas shopping, and then tomorrow I'm doing all the interviews for Japan. So it's been a hectic schedule, but it's nice now that I'm getting some time to do some, stuff with the fans. I've been doing, radio interviews, some TV stuff. So it's good, you know. Being tired sometimes is a good problem to have, especially when you're as busy as I am. All right, so let's do some more questions here. I have a question for you from Metal Whackin' 66. What's your favorite non-metal album? That's a good question. Favorite non-metal album? I guess, well, AC/DC is more rock, but I guess you could say AC/DC Back in Black. All right, we got Dirty Jerseys in the chat room now. Die Hard Heath have nice Christmas tree. Thank you. Yeah, I thought I would be in the Christmas spirit by setting up the computer in front of the Christmas tree here in a corner in my living room here. Okay, MOHCFH, what about Morocco, man? Well, you know what? I was talking to Sepultura, and they were telling me that they had a great show in Morocco, and that's something that, you know, I would be really into doing, you know, if the schedule permitted it. And if there was a promoter or a venue that wanted us to come, that would be awesome. I'm totally into it. We need to keep playing, you know, more places that we haven't been to yet. And a lot of people have said, you know, come to South Africa, but now we're hearing more and more that there's other shows in different parts of Africa. So, you know, we'll go to wherever there's a reliable promoter and a venue and a scene. It'd be great to play with some Moroccan bands. Okay, Metal Whackin' 66. I'm going to see you in June at the Fort Rock Festival. Yes, I just saw the lineup for that. That looks awesome. It's Volbeat, Motorhead. There's a lot of good bands. That's going to be a great festival. And we're going to do some other shows around that festival. I think we have some other shows booked at that time. How about a Papa Roach 666? How about a new Ice Pick album? No plans for a new Ice Pick album. I don't have the time, and you know, it was just a studio project, you know, that we did like 5-6 years ago. But you know, never say never. If you know, maybe 2, 3, 4, I don't know, 5 years down the line, if the opportunity presents itself, then, you know, that's a possibility. But it's just not going to happen anytime soon. Okay. Yeah, Napalm. Oh wow, Napalm Death came to play Morocco. That's cool. I didn't know that. We're doing a bunch of shows with Napalm actually. Starting in March, I think we're doing a show in England and a show in Norway, and I think we have some other shows with them too. All right, let me just check the Facebook here for a second to see if there's questions from there. Actually, looks like my screen is freezing up here. Okay. All right, let me see here. All right, where were we? I got to do some Twitter questions and some Twitter shout-outs in a second here, too. Okay, my friends and myself are jamming. We're going to start a band. I'm a guitarist, singer. Do you have tips? Well, I guess the best tip if you're starting out would be find people that you really know and that you like jamming with. And, you know, make sure you're all on the same page as far as, you know, the style that you want to do, and if you're going to be the singer and the guitar player, you know, you should really make sure that you can sing and play. I mean, I play guitar, I play bass, I play a little bit of drums, but I could never sing and play. That takes, you know, a lot of discipline and a lot of time. So, you know, I guess you would just have to start with just jamming in the basement, hashing out songs, and making sure that you guys get along and that you have the same goals. I always say have a plan, and you should definitely write down your goals, whether it's just playing a local show or putting out a CD or trying to do a small tour. You should always write it down and then have a plan. Alright, so Anders Logren, what's up? When are you doing club shows in Sweden again? I was just in Stockholm. I did a whole press and publicity tour in Stockholm, and everyone was asking, are you going to play Metal Town? Are you going to play Sweden Rock? Or would you play Peace and Love again? But actually, I'm really hoping that we could play either Getaway Rock or come do club shows. I don't know when it would work because we're booked pretty much, throughout the most of the year. But I think it would be cool to maybe come in the spring if a little opportunity opens up after Grows Rock in April, or maybe after maybe in May. I don't know. That there's a little window of time that we could do it. It's just it's just we're booked so far in advance. I just we want to come. It would be great to come back. I think the last time we did club shows was with Machine Head, and that was awesome. We had a great time. So, all right. The next question is, okay, let's see. Oops, I messed up the screen here. Okay, and Jasta for all, 2K14. Can't wait for the new Hatebreed 2-time Persistence and Grows Rock. Yes, I have some songs for the next Jasta record. I've joked around that I was going to call it And Jasta for All, because that would be pretty funny and it's an easy title to remember. But I got to make sure I can legally call it that. And everybody, 3 Inches of Blood and all my friends' bands are like, now that you've joked about it, you have to call it that. So, yeah, maybe 2014, late 2014, after all the Hatebreed touring is finished. Because like I said earlier, we're booked. I think we're booked as far as January 2014, and there's only a couple little spaces here and there throughout the year where there's breaks. So, yeah, we're looking forward. We're stoked about Persistence. It's gonna be a great time with Agnostic Front, H2O, and then coming back for Grows Rock. That lineup is killer. So, all right, next question. Shouts23, what's up? I have to ask, will you guys be on Warped Tour? No, we will not be on Warped Tour or Mayhem Fest. We would have liked to have done both, or to have done a couple dates on each, but the offer did not present itself. So we waited, and we reached out to the people that we had to reach out to, and it just didn't pan out for whatever reasons. We already have so much stuff in Europe that was up in the air that we needed to confirm, so we couldn't really wait any longer to we couldn't hold out any longer just to do I think Hatebreed did 3 shows on Mayhem Fest when I did the whole tour with Kingdom, so it is possible to do a couple shows, but it just we couldn't wait any longer. We had to confirm. I think it was Summer Breeze we confirmed, and Forta Rock, and a couple festivals in July that are going to get announced this week. So it would have been nice, especially we wanted to do the Hartford Warped Tour or the Hartford Mayhem Fest, but we're booked. Like I said earlier, we're booked so far ahead in advance that we have to confirm this stuff. We can't really wait around. All right, so back to Lisa. Oh, hey, what's up, Lisa? Nuclear Blast, Team NB UK. Hey, here watching you. When are you coming back to tour with the band? Well, we that's another reason why I'm so tired, because I get up very early to deal with other time zones. I was up early, 5 a.m. this morning, dealing with emails and UK booking agents and everything, and we're trying to schedule other shows, not just Hammerfest. It'd be nice to, if you know, a festival offer comes, another festival or whatever, but we have to do, I think we have to do club shows in the UK. We haven't been since, I think, December of 2010. So it'll be it'll be over 2 years, almost 3 years by the time we get there. So it would be good. I mean, we still have a little window of time, like I was saying earlier, that we could probably schedule it in the end of April or early May, but that time frame is filling up fast. So, all right, A-Dumb Jizz ones, nice beard. Yeah, it's not really that nice of a beard, but as you can see, I just had to trim it down for the last couple photo shoots. One of the photographers asked me to give it a little trim because I was looking raggedy. So. Okay, hey, I met you Gage3221. Hey, I met you a long time ago in Asheville, North Carolina with KOS. You were a big inspiration for me ever since then. Thank you. I appreciate that. Actually, that club in Asheville is awesome, and I would love to come back there with Hatebreed. I actually told, after that Guar tour, I told the Hatebreed booking agent, you know, that all those places that I played with Kingdom of Sorrow that we haven't been to with Hatebreed were awesome. You know, that's one thing I really respect about Guar, is that they go to all these places that not a lot of bands go to. Like, we played shows in Alabama and all over the South and the Northwest and in Canada, and I think that's what's, you know, that's why they have such a staying power, not just, you know, the theatrics and everything, is because they really make sure they go see their fans in all those other places that don't normally get the shows. And, you know, that's always been our approach with Hatebreed. It's just been hard in the last couple of years because we do so much touring globally. And as a band, you know, we go play all these places all over the globe, whereas, you know, Guar doesn't really do that. They do more stuff in North America because it's so hard to travel. But, you know, fun fact is I filled in for Guar on 2 shows on that tour. I was Bone Crusher or Bone Snapper. That's what I was. I was the Bone Snapper character. I had to rip off Hillary Clinton's tits and spray the blood on the crowd and learn all these wrestling moves, and, you know, it was crazy. I was covered in red shit for days. But yeah, much respect to Guar. That was a really fun tour, and that was really cool of them to help out Kingdom of Sorrow. So yeah, hopefully Hatebreed will go to all those places. All right, so I'm gonna do some Twitter shout outs here in a minute too. Okay, Joey Young 5811 coming Australia anytime soon. Yes, my other band Kingdom of Sorrow is coming to Australia on the Soundwave Festival with Metallica, Slayer, Anthrax, Fozzy, Bring Me the Horizon. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a great time. So, and actually, they're releasing more tickets today. If you go to soundwavefestival.com, even though it's been sold out, they're releasing a limited amount of tickets to all the shows, and you can probably get yourself one if you get over there quickly. But we will probably come back with Hatebreed at the end of the year, too. We're trying to work that out now. Okay, Metallica RPG, just here to say thanks for everything. Your music helps me to extreme degree die hard. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. That means a lot to me. I always say, you know, I never get tired of hearing positive words, and it's a cyclical power. You know, the fans have done so much for me, and, you know, sometimes I'll be a little bit down in the dumps or whatever, and I'll get nice messages on Twitter or Facebook, or I'll be out and about and someone will come up to me and say they're a big fan or show me their lyrics that they have tattooed on them or what have you, and that's always very powerful for me, so thank you. Okay, Nikki Nitzan Moore, I think I pronounced that right. Any chance of seeing you again in Israel? Yeah, there's actually, there was talks about doing it in 2013, and if that doesn't happen, we'll definitely come back early 2014. It's just a matter of routing it into the flights when we do certain dates. You know, it's better to. I think we flew in from London last time, so we did it after a UK tour. Okay. J.M. Radcliffe, am I the only person here who bought Under the Knife? I don't know. I'm not sure, but that could be the case. We'll have to see if someone else answers you. Dunkin' Donuts rules, yeah. Usually I don't really care for whatever brand it is as long as it has a lot of caffeine in it. But yeah, I've been drinking D&D lately. Okay, so let's see. Andrew Shield 94. Thank you so much for helping me with your lyrics. They have truly saved me. Well, thank you. Thanks for listening and actually reading them, It's this new record I think people are going to really dig. I hope everybody goes out and picks it up and actually reads the book. I think with with everything being so instant nowadays where you can just download the album on iTunes or Amazon or whatever, sometimes actually sitting there with the CD or sitting there with the vinyl, everybody's schedules are so busy. A lot of times people just listen to it in their car and they just go by what they're hearing. They don't actually read the lyrics. So anybody who takes the time to do that, I appreciate it. Hats Joe, what can we expect in the set lists of Persistence and summer festivals? Actually, I was emailing with Frank. Usually we don't do a set list. A lot of people don't know this about Hatebreed, is that we don't ever do a set list of songs. I try to just call them out, or I try to have a sheet of song titles that of songs that have been rehearsed. It keeps everybody on their toes, and it makes every set different, which makes us unique in that sense. Is that we can do songs that we wrote in 1995, or we can do songs from the current album or whatever, but there's usually about 8 songs. Usually we do everything off Under the Knife. Sometimes we'll leave out Filth or Kill an Addict, but we'll do everything else. I think on the Perseverance tour we threw in Severed on that one too. We do about 7 or 8 songs off of Satisfaction. We do Driven by Suffering, Last Breath, Betrayed by Life, Before Dishonor, Empty Promises. Sometimes we do Burn the Lies or Burial for the Living, but we'll probably bring back Worlds Apart on Persistence. Usually, if we bring back Worlds Apart, sometimes we bring back Conceived Through an Act of Violence too. So we switch it up. We only do about 4, sometimes 5 songs off of Perseverance, and we do about 4 or 5 songs off of Rise. And then Supremacy's really super popular in Europe, so we do about 8 songs from that. So this will be probably a 25 to 30 song set, depending. Probably about 28 songs, depending on how late we play and if there's a curfew. Okay, J.M. Radcliffe. Did Under the Knife launch Hatebreed, or did all the remakes from that album? Under the Knife, it kind of was slow to start. We were selling it locally on cassette, but it got us the attention to get our first record deal. So yeah, it definitely helped. It definitely helped get us signed. But I would say the record that really launched Hatebreed was Perseverance, because that really took us to the global stage. That was when we toured on Perseverance. We did arenas with Slipknot. We did 5 tours with Slayer. Perseverance was the real breakthrough for us. Okay, Die Hard Heath. For the Divinity of Purpose tour, do you plan on making a CT date? If not, road trip to New York. You know what? We were trying to make a CT date, but because of all the politics with all the different promoters, and we already have the Toads Play show booked for Stillborn Fest, they didn't want us to play within 90 days. So we did Long Island instead, which isn't very far. It's probably about 90 miles to that venue in Long Island, depending on where you're coming from in Connecticut. But there is now that the shows are selling really good and tickets are selling really good, I think promoters will want to add a second leg of the Divinity of Purpose tour, which, would be really cool. I think if we do the second leg, though, it'll have to start in the end of March or early April. And if that happens, I don't know if Shadows Fall and Dying Fetus will be with us, but it'll be another short leg of that tour. All right, let's go. Let's see if we can answer some Twitter questions and some Facebook questions, and we'll see. We'll give a couple people some shout outs here. And then I will get back to the chat room here in a second, too. Okay, so we'll give... All right, so we got some questions here. Okay, let's see. From Twitter, Robert Knighton Jr. I really give up on trying to send my words on this chat thing. It doesn't like me. It won't respond, but you rock, man. All right, well, thank you, Robert. I'm sorry that you couldn't work the chat room, but I'll be doing another chat in a month or so. So sign up for Ustream and get an account. And I have a Ustream account, too. I've only done a Ustream chat once before, but it was cool. Some of you probably were in it. I was in my backyard. Okay, Dirk Girl on Twitter. Have you guys ever thought about selecting fans randomly to win meet and greet passes at shows? Yes, actually we did that. We did that in the Five Finger Death Punch tour. That was, I think we gave them out at our merch. The merch, we left it up to the guy selling our t-shirts. He was giving them out randomly to people, big supporters of us. And I think we're doing, if you go to hatebreed.com/VIP, we're doing meet and greets on the Divinity of Purpose tour in the U.S. We're not doing meet and greets on the Persistence tour just because we play so late that people have to catch the train, and it doesn't make sense to try to have people wait around after we play, because there's some shows there's 8 or 10 bands on the show. All right, so okay, Alejandra Simpson. I know you will not read this tweet, but you could follow my brother. He supports and admires you. All right. Well, the last time I followed people on Twitter was they all sent me viruses in my direct message box, and my account got hacked back in 2009. So I won't be following anybody on Twitter, but thank you for the support. I appreciate it. Okay, back to the chat room here. Let's see what we got here. Okay. M90 Yule. Is your new album already available at the Persistence Tour next month? No, but you can pre-order the record at Nuclear Blast's website, and depending on what country you're in, if you're in the UK, you can pre-order it from Nuclear Blast UK or Amazon or I think HMV, but it's coming out January 25th in Europe, January 28th in the UK, January 29th North America. So, okay, Matt Spiridione. Did I pronounce that right, Matt? I'm one of the guys that give you this shirt in Argentina. You saved will come to present in 2013. Yes, I did save the shirt. I have a shrine of gifts that fans have given me over the years. So thank you very much for the shirt. That was very thoughtful of you. And I think you're asking us if we're going to come to Argentina in 2013, and I think we are. So I can almost guarantee that we will come, and that will be a great show, because I think we had to cut the set short in Argentina because the soundboard. Something happened with the soundboard. I remember us and Lamb of God showed up really late because of I don't know, there was traffic or transportation issues, and then when we got there was soundboard issues. So we must come back and do a headline set and do a longer set. Okay. X Define XX, if you had to tune your guitar to one tuning and never change it, what would it be? Probably just C standard, just because that's what all the early Hatebreed stuff was in, and it seems, I don't think you really got to tune much lower than that. We tune to B and A in Kingdom of Sorrow just because my voice, it was a different sound for my voice to sit in, and Kirk's voice, his voice sits really well when he does melodic stuff. It sits really well in B. C's kind of hard to sing melodically too, just because it's kind of in between the steps there. But, this new Hatebreed album is pretty much all screaming, fast, heavy. There's really not a lot of melody at all. So I would say, and it's mostly in C. I think the whole album's in C. So that would be it. Canker Sore, Fantasy Football, Wes Welker or Cecil Shorts, go. I don't know, man. I don't keep up with Fantasy Football, but it seems cool. I've noticed a lot of, they were doing it on one tour. Some of the guys on our road crew, and I think some of the Hatebreed guys were doing it for a while, and they were enjoying it. It seemed like Fantasy Football would be a fun thing to do. I just don't have the time. Okay, Metal Whackin' 6'6". I really like the Sepultura cover, Refuse Resist. Do you have plans for other covers? Yes. I want to do for the Lions Part 2, but we really just got to focus on getting the new album out in January and then hitting the road for, a good, I'd say 10 or 12 months, maybe even a little bit longer. But there was a lot of bands we missed on For the Lions that we tried to get to. It just we already had so many choices, and the list was so long. I mean, we didn't do Celtic Frost, we didn't do Entombed, we didn't do Biohazard. I would have liked to do some more like obscure kind of unknown hardcore bands like Unbroken or Undertow. Or even some more like 90s stuff would have been cool. Some of the stuff that's kind of been forgotten, like Strife or Earth Crisis or somebody like that. But yeah, maybe down the line, maybe late 2014, 2015, we'll do For the Lions too. All right, Kira Tem. Hey, Jasta, I'm a big fan of Hatebreed from Morocco. We really need you here, bro. Hey, if there's somebody else in here from Morocco earlier, and I would love to come play. We just need to have a venue and a reliable promoter. So I'm sure if they've had Napalm Death and Sepultura, then they have the right promoter contacts to reach out to. Okay. All right, we got Bones Jones from Delaware is here in the chat room. Welcome. Diehard Heath. Can't wait to see you guys at Toads. Yeah, Toads is going to be awesome. We're rehearsing soon, and we're really psyched on it. It's December 26th, day after Christmas. Okay. Erica Larson, welcome to the chat room. What kind of music are you into right now? Name some bands or groups. I haven't been listening to much. I've been so busy. I was in Europe doing the press tour. And sometimes when you do a lot of press and publicity for records, they make you listen to other bands for different pieces in different magazines. And while I was in Sweden, they played me a bunch of good Swedish bands. Now some of the names are escaping me. I think one of them was LKU or RKU. They were really good. It sounded like Municipal Waste with like Ripper Owens singing for them or something. That and the record was really cool. It had all this. It had a comic book for an insert and this like really cool painting as as a cover. But trying to think who else. I mean, I've been listening to mainly older established bands. I listen to a lot of Creator, Testament. I like Decapitated, Cannibal Corpse, you know, things like that, bands like that. Dying Fetus, who we're going on tour with in January and February. All right, so let's go back. Okay, Shadow. All right, I'm sorry that all these questions are from 20 minutes ago, but I'm lagging on the chat room here. Okay, Shadow X8. The first Hatebreed album was way darker, and your sound is much more positive, upbeat now. I miss that dark, angry sound. The first album, I think you mean Under the Knife or Satisfaction. I don't know. To me, you know, you're always going to have people that like one album over the other. My favorite is that usually people just say all Hatebreed albums sound the same. So I'm happy that you think the first album was darker, because I'm tired of people telling me that all the albums sound the same. So at least you actually noticed it. But yeah, I think that fans of the first album will probably like the last album, and Rise of Brutality, because those are, I guess, the more kind of heavy, darker records. Although, you know, there's some positive songs on Rise of Brutality, like This Is Now and Live for This. All right, Thami Long. Jasta record was amazing. Any plans for another solo record or more dates with that band? Thank you, and thanks for getting the record. You know, word of mouth is the best thing for that Jasta record. It was put out in Europe and the UK by Century Media. They did an awesome job, but I didn't really get to tour in Europe on that record, and I only did, I think, about 8 or 10 shows in the States in support of that record. So it would be nice if I get time. I got offered a lot of tours too, and I had to turn them down, and that was kind of sad. But you know, hopefully I'll do something maybe in 2014, the end of the year, 2014, maybe early 2015. Okay, Papa Rock 666. The New Thy Will Be Done EP is awesome. I haven't heard it yet. You know, those guys are slackers. I think they said they were going to send me a copy, and they never did. I put out their first 2 albums, and those albums are great, but I haven't heard the EP yet. But I know that Jose from Sirius was a big supporter, and that they were playing them on the Devil's Dozens, which is cool. All right, M90 Yule. Are there any plans to play Rock am Ring, Rock am Park in Germany? It's time for you to play there. Yeah, I agree. It is time for us to play there, and I don't know what's going on. I think that, you know, if we were to do those shows, they need to give us main stage, and we got to be, you know, we got to be high up in the billing. We're not going to play, you know, before, you know, whatever, 11 a.m. or something on some side stage before bands I never heard of. That's one thing I think with that festival, is that I don't think they realize that Hatebreed headlines, you know, really big festivals in Germany. We headlined With Full Force. We headlined Summer Breeze, and I think we co-headlined like Reload and Vainstream, you know, with Dropkick Murphys, and then we co-headlined some other festivals in Germany too. So, you know, we just want to play, but it's got to be a reasonable offer. And I think we're already playing Summer Breeze, and I think we're going to be headlining some other big festivals in Germany. So I don't even know if it's going to be possible to do them. I think we're already booked in June as well when they have their festival, but, you know, urge the promoters to have us play, and we'll see. Okay, Raven Dark Holem, love from Israel. We miss you guys. Thank you. Yeah, hopefully we'll come back. Like I was saying earlier, I think I don't know if it was you or someone else, but hopefully we'll come back to Israel in late 2013, early 2014. Okay, Blood Gutter. Favorite albums of 2012. Probably Creator, Testament, Dark Roots of Earth, Converge. That album's really good. All We Love, We Leave Behind, I think it's called. What else came out in 2012? There's been a lot. High on Fire, Overkill. That was great. That was a great album. Okay, let's see. Do you like Slayer? I really love Slayer. I saw them at Florida Rock this year, and I like to, like I said, see you next year. Yeah, I love Slayer. We covered Ghosts of War. Check it out on YouTube. Okay, Tommy Long. Saw a headlining show in Dayton and met the band. Are you going to release more singles on iTunes before CD release? Thank you for coming to Dayton. That show was awesome. I don't know why we waited 10 years to go back to Dayton. That was a great show. That was a cool venue, too. And yeah, I think we are. I think we're releasing another lyric video, and then we're going to release the real video. We have a real video for Put It to the Torch. It's like we're not in it. It's like a short film. But yeah, we're gonna release that soon, and then yeah, we'll release another song. I think before the record came out. Okay, Peter Vincent. It will be a great year. So many bands with new record: Hatebreed, Bad Religion, Dropkick Murphys, Terror. Yeah, I agree. It's going to be awesome. And we're doing a lot of shows with all those bands. We're going to do a lot of festivals and shows together, so that's going to be cool. For those of you in Sweden, I'm on the new cover of Up. I think it's Up or Up Close. One of the Close Up magazine or Up magazine. One of those with Ken Casey from Dropkick Murphys. They sent me that this morning, so that's cool. Look for that. And okay, big fan of all your projects. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Bones Jones. Shout out to Bones. And if you're a fan of Bones Jones, if that's where you got your screen name there, then hopefully you're rooting for him on Tough. And I think he's gonna win. For those of you who like MMA. Okay, Nitz Angel had pink hair when we met on your show in Israel. Please come back. We never get any shows. Oh, cool. Yes, I will try. We were trying. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully late 2013. Oh, my dogs are gonna go crazy here, so don't mind them. Dude, I totally rock the bandana all the time. Must got it from you. Well, I got it from Roger from Agnostic Front and from Mike from Suicidal Tendencies. So they're the OG. They're the OG original bandana wearers. Okay, Gauge 3221. What the fuck? It just went to an ad while you were talking. Okay, yeah, that's probably because if you're not a Ustream user or if you're I think when you're a guest, they will like occasionally put up an ad or something. I don't know. That's weird. Okay, let's see here. I don't know what's wrong with this. Okay, Jack Covini, is there a UK tour anytime soon? No tour just yet, but we're doing Hammerfest March 15th, and that's going to be awesome. That's going to be great. That's St. Vitus is on that, Napalm Death, Killing Joke. It's like, that's a really legendary bill. It's really cool that Hatebreed gets to share the stage with so many legendary bands, especially in the UK. That's going to be awesome. Alright, who's your favorite band at the moment? That's from Peters Vincent. I don't know, probably either Creator or Cannibal Corpse. Those are probably the ones I listen to most. Alright, let me go up here so I'm not missing your questions. I think this is... Okay, Metallic RPG. We'll see you at Machine Shop in Flint. Do Detroit venues make you nervous? It's crazy here. Now, we've been playing Detroit since '95. Actually, some of our first shows were in some shady areas of town in Detroit in the '90s, and luckily we've had no problems. It's always been great. The shows are great, and Flint is a little rough too, but that show's almost sold out, so make sure you get your tickets. That's the kickoff show. Are you going to be in House of Usher too? No. I doubt they'll make a sequel to that. And I think I'm only in it. I think I'm only in that movie for like 4 seconds or something. Okay, Juan Gutierrez, Corredor. I saw the band in Colombia in April for the first time, and the energy was amazing. We hope you return soon. Thank you. We always have great shows in Colombia, and that's a great place. I hope to come back soon. We're trying for the end of 2013. Hopefully, we'll do Brazil, Colombia, Argentina, maybe some other places we haven't been to in a while, like Chile or Ecuador, or Peru would be great. Okay. Every time the chat room moves up, I feel like I'm missing some of your questions, so I'm sorry if I'm missing some of these. What's under my Christmas tree? J.M. Radcliffe. Right now, nothing, but I'm going to put some presents under there for my daughter soon. Those will be presents that are from me and not from Santa, Let's see. What's your favorite Hatebreed track? Right now, my favorite Hatebreed track would probably be the song Honor Never Dies off the new album. I put that on repeat yesterday, and I was really pleased with how it came out. It's definitely going to be, I think, a big song in the set when we start doing it. And that question's from NRF91. Thank you for joining the chat room here. We've been in here for 45 minutes, so I got about 15 minutes left on the chat. So I'll answer a couple more questions, and then we'll do some more Facebook and Twitter shout-outs. All right, Stephanie Gonzalez 543. Will you come back to Grand Rapids, Michigan after this tour, and when can we expect the book and Mayhem Fest? All right, so 3 questions there in one, and those are all good questions. Grand Rapids, yes. Hopefully, we can add a show in Grand Rapids if the show in Flint sells out, which is very close. It's very close to being sold out. So I urge everyone who's in the Michigan area to get their tickets in advance to the Flint show, and then if that show sells out, we could add, Toledo or Grand Rapids or Detroit on the second leg. If we add a second leg, which would be great. I really hope that these shows do well so we can add a second leg of the tour. As far as the book, I'm getting through my legal issues with just various old contracts and stuff that need the language in these contracts needs to be clear that I'm free and clear to do the book, and I'm hoping next Christmas I'll have the book out. And then Mayhem Fest, no, we are not doing Mayhem Fest. We wanted to, we reached out, or just couldn't make it work, and it's too bad because we would have done it, or we would have done at least a couple shows, but it just wasn't. We had deadlines with European festivals, and we couldn't wait around any longer. Okay, next question I think is from I Am Corva X. Will you visit Russia during next tour? Moscow Mosh awaits. Awesome. Yes, we will. We can. I think we can announce it. I want to say it's in March, and when, like I was saying earlier, I was up early doing emails this morning because everybody's 6 to 8 hours ahead across the Atlantic, and I'm pretty sure one of those emails said that 2 shows in Russia are confirmed. So I think those are going to be announced today or tomorrow. Okay, on the new album, will we find more leads than the past album? No, I don't think there's more leads on the new album than there is the last album. I think with the last album, anytime we incorporated a lead or a little bit of melody, it was cool because, we needed to branch out with the last album. We needed to experiment, with the sound a little bit because everybody said, everybody kept saying that all our records, sound the same. But with this record, we just went back to the real old school kind of approach, and there's not really much guitar melody or vocal melody, so it's just a really fast, heavy short, to the point record. Okay. Jesse Watson, welcome to the chat room here. What's your favorite Earth Crisis album? Probably the EP Firestorm, or I like the All Out War EP. Wild Weasel, whatever happened to the 2 shows at the Hanover House? I love the shows you guys put on there. I'm pretty sure the Hanover House was torn down. I don't even think it's there anymore. My brother does a lot of work in Meriden, and my grandmother lives in Meriden. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they just demolished the building. Okay, Nasty Panda. We wait for you in Moscow. Wow. All right, we got another someone from Russia in here. Welcome to the chat room. Shout out to all our Russian diehards. Yes, I think we're coming back in March. So, yeah, that's going to be awesome. We're looking forward to that. Okay, I'm trying to read the questions and answer them at the same time here, so bear with me. Hey, Jamie. Okay, Dyer's Eve 3160. Welcome to the chat room. Hey, Jamie, does the Randy Blythe situation going to make you think about going to Prague? Not at all. That would be like the guy in Miami who ate the guy's face, making me rethink, if I should go to Miami. It's just one isolated incident. It doesn't have anything to do with the country itself. It's just one isolated incident that they just wrongly accused Randy. He's innocent, so. Okay, Robert Linfoot. Hey, dude, you destroyed Bloodstock. Good work, man. Thanks, Robert. Welcome to the chat room. I'm here for the next 10 minutes. Another 10 minutes, we'll be answering questions, so thank you. Yeah, we love Bloodstock, and, I got offered Bloodstock with Kingdom of Sorrow this year, but we already confirmed some Hatebreed shows in other parts of the world at that time. It would have been awesome to go with Kingdom, but that's such a great festival. That's one of my favorite festivals I ever played. It's so professional. Everybody was so cool. All the accommodations that they provided for the band was awesome. The sound, the stage, everything was great. So thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed that show. Okay, let's move it up here because I think I'm still about 12 minutes behind on the chat room here. Okay, Chris Palm Shaba Rilkowitz, is a new Jasta solo album planned. The first one was awesome. Thank you, Chris. No plans right now. I joked around that if I do another Jasta album, it's going to be called And Jasta for All. So if it does happen, it's going to come out in 2014, but no solid plans for it right now. Just going to tour with Hatebreed for the next 10, 12 months and try to get this record out in January, and yeah, it's going good. All right, let's see here. Move it up here. Let's see. Pit Rank. Are you coming to Nova Rock in Austria? Not this year. We did Nova Rock last year, and the way the big festivals usually work is they don't like to repeat the same bands 2 years in a row. Sometimes they will if it's somebody like Slipknot or Metallica, or maybe like Slayer, or if you have, if you do really well on a side stage, they'll move you up to a lower slot on the main stage the next year. But that weekend is a very big weekend for festivals, and I think we're already booked in some other countries that weekend anyway, so I don't think it would work out. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm missing some of these questions here, but I'm going to try to, I got 8 minutes left, so I'm going to try to answer some more. How old am I? I'm 35, so I'm 20 years older than you, Metal Vakken 66. What do you think of the band Stick to Your Guns? I've only heard a couple songs from them, but they sound great, and we're taking them on, Stick to Your Guns is going to be opening up for Hatebreed on the Persistence tour in January, which that'll be fun. Okay, what do you get back to Ireland soon, man? We miss you here. Thanks, Bob. Bob Slave Zero, what's up, man? Welcome to the chat room. We're trying. It's hard. It's been hard to get these UK shows booked with the schedule, and obviously once you're doing UK shows, you really want to do a show in Ireland or Scotland, and add shows in Wales. So we'll see. We're gonna try to make it all happen. We're just trying to get the schedule together. Okay. Diabolic Mind, welcome to the chat room. Hey, can you take the naked one for support on the Italian dates? I don't know if we have Italian dates yet, so I couldn't answer that question yet. Peters Vincent, more festivals in Belgium after Grows Rock 2013. I think there's some in the Netherlands. I'm not sure how far of a drive that'll be for me, if it's up in Holland or whatever. I'm not sure how far that is from Belgium. It'd probably only be a couple hours drive, but yeah, there'll be some other shows. Okay, Corey Rulin, welcome to the chat room. How often do you talk with Kirk and the KOS crew whenever you're not touring with them? I used to talk to Kirk probably every day, but we've been so busy with the holidays coming up, I haven't talked to him in the last probably, 2 weeks or so. But he called me last night. And I'm, those who know me know I'm terrible at returning phone calls and emails and texts because I get too many of them and I get overwhelmed, and then I got to start, and try to, I have 100 and something texts right now that I can't return, and I'm terrible at technology. I'm lucky that I even got the Ustream working, so, but yeah, so, and the rest of the guys, I do talk to Charlie and Nikki. Occasionally I talk to Derek, and I always talk to Steve Gibb, but Steve's not doing the Soundwave Fest with us. He's going to be on tour with his dad in Australia, actually, at the same time. But Chris Bodette from Night Bitch is going to be on that tour. All right, so we got 5 minutes left, and then I'm going to answer a couple more chat room questions and a couple more Twitter questions. I haven't been able to get my Facebook working here, so I got to shout out Chris Camozzi. Nice Dunkin' Donuts product placement. If any of you guys are UFC fans, Chris fights in the UFC. He's an awesome guy. And I got to shout out Jordan. Got to shout out let's see here. Got to shout out who do we got here? Why isn't this... My computer's like freezing up, and maybe I'm using too much bandwidth on Ustream here. Oh, Nikki, I said your name correctly. Okay, shout out to Nikki. All right, this is freezing up. Love both. Shout out to Robert. Love both the 2009 CDs. First day I got it, cranked it up. Put the devil horns up. Thanks, man. Okay, back to, let's see. Okay, I'll do a couple Facebook questions if this thing will load, and then I am off to do my Christmas shopping. All right, from Stephen Ben from Facebook. Are you kicking ass in Berlin as the headliner of Persistence Tour? Hopefully, yes. I hope we kick ass on that tour. It's gonna be good. We're looking forward to it, and I can't wait to tour with Agnostic Front and H2O. We haven't done shows with those guys in a while, so and I love those guys. All right. Back to the chat room here. Ustream, social stream. Okay. J.M. Radcliffe, does your dog go on tour with you? No. You know what? One time I took the dogs on the bus and they got all freaked out. And I want to say one of them pissed on the bus, and I was like, all right, I don't want to be cleaning up dog piss on the bus, and I think one of them threw up when it was moving, so I think they got car sick. So no. And then let's see, Hatch Joe, where can I order the Knuckle Duster pack in the Netherlands? That's a good question. The USB drive, I think, is, you can order it from Merch Now, and they'll send it to the Netherlands. I'm pretty sure. You just got to click, in the drop-down menu. But you know what? That's a good question. I'm not totally 100% sure on that. Hey, Bry Guy. After the release, any plans to tour New England? Maine wants Hatebreed. Yeah, I think the last time we played Maine was at that hockey. I think it was like a hockey arena. That show was awesome. That was one of the best shows of that tour with FFDP and all that remains. So yeah, we would love to come back to Maine. We're trying to get another Worcester show booked. That was the show in Worcester. Actually, a lot of people drove to the show from Maine. They drove down to Worcester on the 10 Years of Perseverance tour. So that was really cool. We had people come from New Hampshire and Providence, and even people came from Bangor, Maine, and stuff. So that was really nice to see everybody come support us. Okay, thanks for the chat. Have a great day. You too. Thanks for coming in here. I'll do a couple more questions. I got a minute left. Nikki, are you excited about touring with Fozzy since I heard you are a big wrestling fan? Yeah, I can't wait. I was in Nevada the other night at the fights, and Chris Jericho was in Connecticut, and he texted me saying, are you coming to the show? And I was like, no, I'm out here doing work for Hateware. I was out in Nevada at the UFC, and so I wasn't able to go to the Connecticut show, but I heard it was awesome, and I heard Fozzy ripped it up, so I'm really happy to, be playing with them, and I hope we can do some off-day shows with Fozzy. It'd be cool to have Kingdom and Fozzy do some off-day shows, like in Melbourne or, Sydney or whatever. Okay, Post-Nuke21, are you considering going back to your hardcore roots in New York? Just asking, really love all your albums. If you mean for the next Hatebreed album, it probably has a little bit of a New York hardcore influence in there. I would say more so than the last album, and maybe a little bit more so than Supremacy. There's some old school influences on the next Hatebreed record, The Divinity of Purpose, which is coming out January 25th in Europe. Okay, Kentucky wants Hatebreed, Bring the Blood. Thank you. Yeah, we just played Louisville, and we're coming back to Lexington. So that's going to that's going to be fun. We're doing Lexington, and I want to say we're doing somewhere else that's close. People were asking us to do Cincinnati, which I think every time we do Cincinnati, a lot of people come from Kentucky. All right, so a couple more questions. I'm already answered some Facebook. I did some Twitter, and let's see here. Okay, from Aubrey on Twitter, when will you be back in the States since we failed to get you in Mayhem? We're going to be touring January 26th. It starts in Flint, Michigan, and it ends February 19th in Long Island, I think, or February 16th or 17th in Long Island? 17th in Long Island. So, yeah, and then if those, like I said earlier, if those shows sell out, we'll be able to add a second leg of the tour, which would be awesome. All right, everybody. Hopefully I got all your questions answered. If I miss any, I'm sorry. And I'll be back in January. We'll do another one of these, and we'll make sure that we get everything working correctly. Facebook, Twitter, Ustream, so everybody can get their questions answered. Otherwise, just go to Jasta, facebook.com/JastaHQ. Give my Facebook a like. And you can pre-order the record. Oh, I forgot to say, you can pre-order the record. Merch now. Hatebreed.merchnow.com. All right, so thanks, everybody. Appreciate you coming in. Have a happy holidays and a happy new year, and I'll come back and do another chat with you in January.